What is going on, guys? We're gonna have ourselves an XY Wi-Fi battle, but you guys already knew that because I'm having these Wi-Fi battles for you daily to show that support for you guys, to encourage you guys to play more XY Wi-Fi battles. So please leave that awesome thumbs up. I can't keep these videos without your support. These videos are not for me, they're for you. So today we're up against Juan. He's gonna lead off with the Venusaur, possible Mega. I'm gonna lead off with Mew to set up my rocks ASAP, but it's a pretty good favor on my part anyways. I'm gonna go straight for the Fake Out, but before I do that, my opponent does go for the Mega Evolution, so he is adamant about staying in. So I do carry the Zen Headbutt, and this Venusaur is not going to appreciate a Zen Headbutt, so in the back of my head, I am kind of fearing that this Venusaur might have the Sleep Powder, but you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna go for Stealth Rocks because he does have the Talonflame. So turns out he doesn't use Sleep Powder, he goes straight for a Sludge Bomb and does a pretty decent amount, so I know this is an offensive Venusaur. And according to Damage Calculator, my Zen Headbutt is not enough to finish off that Mega Venusaur, so can't just hope for a flinch, and that won't do, so I have to switch out, unfortunately. I'm gonna switch into my Genesect. Honestly, my Genesect does have the Flamethrower or Ice Beam, but Mega Venusaur does have that Thick Fat, so really, I just wanted to do as much damage as possible to this Mega Venusaur, and by using a U-turn. So he goes in Garchomp, which is really dangerous on my opponent's part. Had I went for the Ice Beam, this Garchomp would have been toast, so I am Choice Scarf, and I do use U-turn. It actually does a huge amount, so unfortunately, this Garchomp has the Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go into Whimsicott now because, you know, it's a Fairy type. It's a great counter for this Garchomp. Whatever he wants to do, I can probably just Encore it. But before I do anything, I'm just gonna lay up a Substitute so I can be comfortably behind it. But turns out, this Garchomp has the Poison Jab. So obviously that is times 4 damage because not only am I a Fairy type, I'm Grass type. So no shit, that Poison Jab will probably finish me off, so I could have kept using Substitute and maybe bait him to use something else like an Earthquake or Dragon Claw, but I didn't really want to lose any more HP from Substitute, so I'm going to go back into my Genesect expecting the Poison Jab. So this will be the second time he goes for a Poison Attack, but of course he learns from the prior Sludge Bomb. He knows not to go for another Poison move, and he barely takes me. But I go for my Choice Scarf Ice Beam, and that will surely finish off of this Garchomp. So I'm so glad I got rid of this Garchomp. Garchomp is a huge, monstrous threat. Huge, even a non-Mega Garchomp. So out comes the Sylveon. I really didn't know what the Sylveon can really do. I thought maybe it can use Yawn, maybe it can use Wish, you know, whatever. So I'm just gonna go into my Whimsicott, you know, expecting him to go for a non-damaging move, so I could trap him with Substitute, but he has Hyper Voice and it completely destroys the living shit out of me. Whimsicott, I don't know, my Whimsicott isn't that weak, but damn. So he does have the Life Orb, so Life Orb, Pixelate, Hyper Voice, obviously destroys me. I'm gonna go for my Tail Slap now because I do have a very low chance to kill, but indeed it is a chance. It's my best bet against the Sylveon, so the Sylveon does take it so fucking well. I do get my last critical on my 5th hit, but it's not enough. But however, I am carrying the King's Rock, and luckily the Sylveon does live, but it's flinched. He switches out, but I do have rocks, and that Sylveon probably only had like less than 5% left, so I'm not really sure why he decided to switch out. I went for the Bullet Seed to finish off the Sylveon, because there was no way that I thought my opponent was going to switch out, so. But now his Sylveon is good as gone, since, you know, obviously he doesn't have a Defogger, so next time the Sylveon does come out, it will be gone. So I do go for the Bullet Seed, and obviously this Venusaur takes it incredibly nice. I went for the Tail Slap now, just to kind of, I know I can't kill, but I just really wanted to just land some flinches. And like I mentioned, it barely killed yet again, so he doesn't flinch, and he goes for a Giga Drain, but even one Giga Drain is not enough. Maybe a Sludge Bomb might have been enough, maybe, even with Poison. So he keeps withdrawing. My opponent does not want any of his Pokemon to die, so he keeps withdrawing, which is fine, honestly, because I'm just going to go for the Rock Blast, because I really thought the Rock Blast was enough to finish on Venusaur, but he goes into his Scrafty, he drops my attack, so this Rock Blast, this non-effective Rock Blast will do absolutely, like, garbage damage. So, but hey, that's all good, man. I'm just pressuring my opponent to keep switching, you know, in and out, which is great because I do have that stealth rock. So in the end, it's really my opponent that's getting hurt all day. So I don't really have anything that wants to take any attacks from this Scrafty. I do have my Xatu to eat up a Drain Punch, but since it is Scrafty, it probably has Crunch or Knockoff, so nothing in my team really wants to take it. I suppose I do have Quagsire, but honestly, my opponent can switch out into a Venusaur any fucking time he wants to scare my Quagsire out, so hoping to get some flinches, but unfortunately I was only able to get flinch once with this Chinchina, but this Chinchina did quite a lot of work. It pressured my opponent to keep switching back and forth, so well done Chinchina. Now I'm going to send out my Mew because I want to do as much damage as possible. I'm going to go for the obvious Fake Out. He doesn't have any more Ghost types, well, he doesn't have any Ghost types to begin with, I think, so he has to eat up that Fake Out, unfortunately, and then I'm just going to go for the U-turn to do as much as possible since I only have Zen Headbutt too, and obviously, you know Scrafty is a Dark type, so I can't use Zen Headbutt, so I do get hurt by more Life Orb damage, but that was all worth it, honestly. Now I'm going to bring out my Quagsire. From this angle, this Quagsire should be able to finish off this Scrafty with an Earthquake. He does go for a Crunch. I'm kind of glad he went for a Crunch instead of Drain Punch. Had he went for the Drain Punch, he would have probably restored more HP and possibly live, you know, motherfucking Earthquake from me. So, he's going to keep switching out. So, really surprising. And he's going to switch into that Venusaur. And this Venusaur obviously is going to get hurt by rocks. And he's sitting at dangerously low HP. And this Earthquake, keep in mind I don't have any investment attack, barely finished off this Venusaur. So, there you have it. A Quagsire, 4 times weak to grass, just single-handedly defeated the Venusaur, so that's pretty freaking sweet. At this point, my opponent doesn't have any more doesn't have anything left for this Quagsire. He only has the Talonflame, and the Scrafty, obviously, he just switched out, and of course, that Magnetrix, so... And of course, that Sylveon would have died when he switches out, so he knows that he has to, you know, give up, so that was, regardless, an amazing battle. So, give a huge thumbs up for this awesome team. Dirtkeep's fabulous new team. Really refreshing to see, so thank you Juan for challenging me, and thank you viewers. If you guys like this battle, be sure to leave that like, make sure to subscribe for more X and Y Wi-Fi battles.